anyway, got ourselves an interesting one here. We got Luis Boost. That I believe that's how you say it, Luis Boost, and then also Jim Green coming in here today. I think should be at least interesting one. I got Dylan here. Help me do this one. Dylan, what do we got here today?
I think it should be a good one. Look, we haven't seen either of these competitors in a little while, so I'm excited to have them back. I know they're both itching to, improve their record today, and yeah, I think it should be a good one.
Yes. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Bring out first pair. Mr. Jim Green, his manager here today. Azario, Mr. VHS. Guys, how's it going?
Jim, I totally prepared for this.
Me too.
It's not like I did not remember till like an hour ago that this was actually happening and we just came and tried to fucking, wing it. We are men who prepare. Are you ready to take down the boss man?
Yes. And I'm sure that whoever his manager is cares deeply about him that decided to show up for this match today. I mean, that faction always shows up for their favorite competitors in their faction. So, I mean, I'm excited to see who's managing him today.
I will say this. His shirt is wrong. It says something that is not Fandom. I put the link in the private chat so he can, get the correct shirt.
Bioshit.
I'll leave that to the editors. I put the link in. But here's Luis.
Yo, what's up?
I guess they must know something because you have no manager. Like, I don't know why they would point that out.
I will be representing myself. I don't have the money for a manager because I apparently should spend all my money on a fucking shirt, I guess. Even though I got this one for fucking free and he wants to cop $25 off of me. Like, what the fuck?
I'll get like two of those, though.
It's 1:30 in the morning here. I just wanted to have some beers, answer some questions, and then he tries to scam me out of money. What the fuck?
You know what they say, though? A man who represents himself has a fool for a client.
That is correct. You are very right.
Good shit.
I only talk about the Robin at $25 later, but so I can buy a Nazario. And we're just gonna get started. Go round number one. It's like every round number one, like you've ever done. I mean, I shouldn't have explained the rules, but I'll do it anyway because you're gonna get 8 questions. 8 general movie categories, get 15 seconds to write the answer down on the whiteboard. Then that time you're going to be asked to show and reveal your answer. You get a point for each correct answer. And if you get all 8 correct, you're going to get a bonus question, also worth a point. 3 repeats and challenges throughout the match. Anything else before we get started? Cool. Starting your first question, the category of 2010s. In Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, what type of weapon does Rick Dalton use to kill Sadie in his pool?
Have you ever killed anyone in a pool, Mark?
Not in a pool. Like, I thought you were going to go away with that one. And, like, thankfully, I don't have to incriminate myself. That would have been
That's fair.
a weird situation. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Luis.
A flamethrower.
All right, Jim.
I wrote a harpoon.
A flamethrower is correct. Use a flamethrower in the pool. Dylan.
So your next question will come in the category of scores and soundtracks. In The Graduate, what song plays while Elaine and Benjamin ride off in the bus after their wedding?
See, Dylan, you set me up this last one. Have you had to try to kill somebody with a song?
I can neither confirm nor deny, so I will plead the fifth. What if we just do that for the rest of our episode? We just keep shutting all the questions down.
Could do that. Pens down. Let's go to Jim.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Luis.
I had Sound of Silence before, but then I correct myself to Miss Robinson, which I hope is correct.
It's the Sound of Silence.
You're going to be upset because it was the Sound of Silence.
Ah, shit.
So with that, no more perfect rounds. Moving on to your next question, the category recent releases. Who stars as Manhattan lawyer Peter Miller in The Sun?
So has anyone seen this movie?
I almost did, and then didn't.
I think that's everyone's story with this film.
2, 1. Went on about my life, really. Pens down. Let's go to Luis.
Hugh Jackman.
Jim.
I don't know. Adam Driver.
Hugh Jackman is correct. Luis wide in the lead, 2-0. Your next question.
Will come in the category of action/adventure. What political office does Morgan Freeman's character hold in Deep Impact? Yeah, I feel like everyone saw The Son and they're like, oh, it's the guy who did The Father. And then everyone's like, oh, it's not as good as The Father. And everyone's like, oh, I'm not going to watch it then.
Yeah, that was very much my experience.
5, 4. Wait, did you see The Son? 3, 2, 1. I guess not. All right, pens down. Jim.
I wrote the obvious guess. President of the United States of America.
All right, Luis.
I just wrote down president.
President or President of the United States of America are both acceptable answers. It'll be 3-1. Going to your fifth question. Category of mystery thrillers. Gene Hackman, Willem Dafoe, Frances McDormand all star in what 80s thriller?
3 pretty decent actors. Which is your favorite of these 3?
I feel like I should say Hackman. It's probably McDormand. I feel like if I'd seen more Hackman, probably be Hackman. Maybe I just like saying Hackman. 5, 4, 3. Pens down. Let's go to Luis.
Mississippi Burning.
All right, Jim.
No idea. I wrote Fargo.
Mississippi Burning is correct. All right, next question.
In the category of horror, the original Jigsaw, John Kramer, dies at the end of which film in the Saw franchise?
Yeah, I was going to say a lot of death.
By the way.
Oh, yeah,
I was going to say
it is, huh?
a lot of death, but it's really only the second time death has been mentioned here. But.
Multiplex, we love asking questions about death. Big fans of death over here.
Pens down. Let's go to Jim.
The answer is Saw 2, despite the fact that we're on Saw 10 this year.
Okay, Luis.
I said Saw 3.
Saw 3 is correct.
Oh, I thought it was 2.
Yeah, isn't 4 the one where they start with the fucking...
I think so.
Yeah.
It is. Oh, you can move on.
It's your question.
It is? Oh,
yeah.
Well, you know. Category romance. Days of Heaven is set primarily in what U.S. state? It's a good thing. It's a good thing you're here, Dylan. I wouldn't know my ass from my elbow, like if you weren't here.
That's all right. Glad I can help.
It's good.
States, those are fun.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
You know all about it, right?
Now.
2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Luis.
Tennessee.
Okay, Jim.
California.
Both incorrect. They're looking for Texas. Looking for Texas.
All right, so then your final question in round number 1 will come in the category of directors. What actress directed the films Pitch Perfect 2, Cocaine Bear, and 2019's Charlie's Angels?
Go Murderer's Row there. Probably fishing around that Oscar nominee day now.
Yes, we need a Criterion box set of these 3 films.
Pens down. Let's go to Luis.
Elizabeth Banks.
Okay, Jim.
Elizabeth Banks.
Elizabeth Banks is the correct answer. Ending off round number one, Luis ahead 6-2. Is that what you have, Dylan?
That is what I have. Yep.
All righty. With that, we'll move on to round number two, which is our wheel round, in which our competitors will get a chance to spin our wheel. They like what they land on the first time. They can keep it. If not, they can elect to spin again. But they have to keep what they land on that second time. They're going to get 5 questions worth 2 points apiece, or they can check down multiple choice, but it'll devalue it to 1 point. There's also stealing, so watch out for that. The categories on tonight's wheel are 2010s horror, directors, 90s Disney sports movies, sports, 1980s, 2000s, crime, romance, as well as spinners and opponent's choice. Luis, you are ahead, so it is your option whether you want to spin first or defer.
Jim can go first again.
Alrighty, with that, bring in Nazario, Manager Jim, and this be your first spin.
You do live in Texas, Jim, right?
Hey. Well, as you answered that, it is a spinner's choice.
Well, I say just take your string and just get on with it.
Let's see what Mighty Ducks questions they ask, because they have to ask Mighty Ducks question, I would think. So I'm gonna do
at least 2.
90s Disney sports movies, please.
Yeah.
All right, goodbye, Nazario.
Jesus Christ. All right.
Dylan, were you born in the 90s?
No, but I
Let's
can
take
answer
it
these
in.
questions if you want. Yeah, sure. All right. Your first question: in 90s Disney sports movies, in the Big Green, what is the name of the team the Big Green faces in the championship?
The Knights.
That is correct for 2 points. Your next question: in the Mighty Ducks, what is the name of the tactic in which the team skates together in a group across the ice?
Flying V!
That is correct for 2 more points.
That's the shittiest hockey tactic, I would assume, but
Your third question: who directed Cool Runnings?
multiple choice.
All right. Your options are A, Chris Columbus, B, Stephen Herrick, C, John Turteltaub, or D, John Lee Hancock.
C.
C is correct for 1 point.
I knew it was John something.
So then your penultimate question. In D3, the Mighty Ducks, when pranking the varsity team, the Ducks fill their rooms with what insect?
There's an argument that's been going for like 4 years about whether or not this movie's bullshit. But it's ants.
That is correct for 2 more points.
The kids that won the Kid Olympics could make the varsity team.
So your final question in this category now. In Air Bud, Josh's mom initially agrees to keep Buddy until what holiday?
Oof. Christmas.
That is correct for 2 more points.
I know the movie takes place when it's cold, so I didn't want to give a hint.
Well, with that, with that, Jim goes practically perfect. 9 points, getting a score up to 11. Luis at still at 6. How we have Dylan?
That is what I have. Yep.
All right, cool. I'm bringing back up the wheel, and Luis, your first
choice.
Yeah.
Well, that won't happen as we. It is 2000s. Shall I keep that or spin again?
Let's spin again.
Spin.
This is opponent's choice.
All right. Now you will have to keep what you land on this time, and you land on directors.
Yes.
I will give you your questions and directors. The first question: who directed 2012's Flight?
Robert Zemeckis.
That is correct for 2 points. Next question. Who directed Peggy Sue Got Married?
Francis Ford Coppola.
That is correct for another 2 points. Your next question. Eli Roth directed the remake of what 70s action film?
Death Wish.
That is correct for another 2 points. Taking the lead with that question. In your penultimate. Who directed Singles?
I need multiple for that.
Well, choices are A. Cameron Crowe, B. Stephen Frears, C. Gus Van Sant, or D. Whit Stillman.
With Stillman.
That is incorrect. Going over to Jim for the 1 point steal. Is it A. Cameron Crowe, B. Stephen Frears, C. Gus Van Sant, or D. Whit Stillman?
I'm going to say Cameron Crowe.
That is correct for the 1 point steal. Giving us a tie game. Going into Luis's final question in the category. Who directed Key Largo?
Multiple.
Multiple choice options are A. John Huston, B. Howard Hawks, C. Carol Reed, or D. Billy Wilder?
Carol Reed.
That is incorrect. Going over to Jim for the 1 point steal. Is it A. John Huston, B. Howard Hawks, C. Carol Reed, or D. Billy Wilder?
I'm going to say B as in boy.
B. Howard Hawks is also incorrect. We were looking for A. John Huston.
Huh.
Well, with that, I have a tie game here. Luis getting a score up to 12. Jim, that one steal, also at 12. So, how do you have, Dylan?
That is what I have, yes.
Alrighty, we'll be going on to round number 3, which is our new Pick Your Poison round, in which our competitors still get 8 categories before the match, but here they will be able to draft from those categories once taking them one at a time. But once a competitor picks a category, their opponent cannot answer from that category. They still get 4 questions at point values of 1, 2, 3, and 4 points. We will go until we run out of questions or one player is mathematically eliminated. The categories that our competitors can pick from today are 2000s, romantic comedies, music, coming of age / teen, sci-fi fantasy, scores and soundtracks, comedy, and the 2010s. We'll either be right back or you get to watch us pick these categories. Okay, back. Or maybe we're still here the whole time. I'm honestly not that sure. But because we're all tied up, we're going to start with Luis, or start with Jim.
Yes.
Start with Jim. And I gave Luis his questions round number 2. So I'll be giving you questions, Jim, round number 3. So what category you like to take? What point value?
I think I'm going to do the reverse. I'm going to do the reverse of what Nazario was saying. I'm going to go for 1 point of, I'm going to go for 1 point of what I'm the worst at, which is scores and soundtracks.
1 pointer. Scores and soundtracks. See how that works out. Your question. What film features the Oscar-nominated song Blame Canada?
South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut.
That is correct for 1 point. Taking the lead. So we'll be going over to Luis. Luis, what category would you like to take for what point value?
I'll take music for 1 as well.
Oh, shocker.
Yeah.
All right. So then your question in the category of music. Who stars as steel mill worker and exotic dancer Alex Owens in Flashdance?
Oh, shit.
5.
Yeah, I
4.
do not know that,
3.
actually. Fuck.
All right. So that is incorrect. We were looking for Jennifer Beals.
Yes. So with that, we'll be staying with you. So next question you'd like to take for what point value?
I'll take my fucking you know what? I'll take my 4-pointer in sci-fi fantasy.
Okay.
So your 4-point question in the category of sci-fi/fantasy. What film stars Matt Damon as a clairvoyant man who works with a French journalist after she nearly experiences death?
I don't know. Is that the Adjustment Bureau? I don't know what this shit is about.
Is that your answer?
Yeah, Adjustment Bureau.
Unfortunately, that is incorrect. We were looking for Hereafter.
What a fucking sentence plot summary.
All right, Luis, we're going to stick with you. Again, you have your 2 and 3 remaining. Which category you'd like to take for what point value?
I'll take coming of age for 2.
2 points. All righty. Go.
Oh, right. Sorry, I forgot it was still me. Your question. Who directed American Graffiti?
George Lucas.
That is correct for 2 points.
I would have got that too. I
All
saw
righty
it
then.
like 2 weeks ago. It's awesome.
Well, with that, Luisa takes the lead, 14 and 13. So we're moving back over to Jim. Jim, what category you'd like to take for what point value?
I'll do what Nazario said this time. Rom-com for 2.
Rom-coms for 2 points. All righty. Your question, romantic comedies. Name both romantic leads of 2019's Long Shot.
No, okay.
5, 4.
I'm gonna repeat.
Repeat. Right, that is your first repeat question again. Name both romantic leads of 2019's Long Shot.
It's the only 2 that I can think of. And I'm just worried I'm thinking of them wrong. Charlize Theron and Seth Rogen.
That is correct for 2 points. Jim takes the lead on that one. And with that, we'll go back over to Luis, who has one category left for 1 point value, which is 2010s for 3 points, in which you need to hit to stay in the game.
Yo.
Dylan?
All right. So your question in the category of the 2010s. In 2014's The Judge, Judge Joseph Palmer has been accused of killing a man in what way?
Vehicular manslaughter.
That is correct for 3 points.
And with that, Luis gets a score up to 17 for Jim's 15. And Jim, you have 2 categories left, your 3 and your 4-pointer. Which one you like to take? For which of 2 point values?
I will take. Well, what's the score again?
17 to 15.
So I just have to hit either one of them.
Yeah, to be honest, the point value kind of doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
I'm just reading what Nazario said. Take what you feel more confident for 4. I mean, that makes no sense, Nazario. I just have to hit either one if the point value is if the difficulty is supposed to be the same, it doesn't matter what I take. I just have to hit one. I'll take comedy for 3.
Comedy for 3. All right. And yep, as I alluded to before, hit either one of these last two questions, you win the game. But here is your comedy question for 3 points. Why is Steve Zahn's Sammy celibate and refused to get in a serious relationship in Reality Bites? Five, 4, 3, 2.
A girl laughed at his penis.
That is incorrect. We're looking for he's not out of his parents' house.
No, he's not out to his parents. Like he's
not out.
He's
to
gay.
His
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Thought there was a word, but anyway,
That's fair.
Okay. Anyway, you are left with your 4-pointer for 2000s, which if you hit it, you win. You don't, you lose. Either way, it's the same. Anyway, your 4-pointer in 2000s. I don't know what I'm saying. What Oscar-nominated actor plays Four-Leaf Tayback, the author of the book the film inside the film is based on in Tropic Thunder?
Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. How many repeats do I have? I have 2 repeats.
Yes. Five, 4. And you both hands on the screen, Jim. 3, 2,
Repeat.
1. All right. Your first as your second repeat. What Oscar-nominated actor plays Four-Leaf Tayback, the author of the book the film inside the film is based on in Tropic Thunder? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Your last repeat. What Oscar-nominated actor plays Four-Leaf Tayback, the author of the book the film inside the film is based on in Tropic Thunder? Five, 4, 3, 2,
I
1.
I don't know.
And your winner, Luis Boost. The correct answer was Nick Nolte.
Yeah.
Going to post-match interviews, we will start with Jim Green, his manager, VHS. Jim, got off to probably a bit of a rush start round number 1. Had yourself a bit old, but got a category in which you were very good in. Climbed all the way back, got the steal, tied it up. Just had a little trouble with a couple of these round 3 questions. But either way, how do you feel like you did today?
I did okay. I just that round 1 got me this time. But didn't get the lead going into round 3, and I think that affected me because I knew the judge question, and then I knew just going based off of what I would have picked, type of thing, I would have known, I wouldn't have known that. I wouldn't have known that sci-fi question, but I knew that 2 and the 3 for that he got. So, it's just gotta play better.
I think he did solid. People who work a lot, this man has to carry his family, and he still finds time to play trivia for everybody's entertainment. And I think he did good enough. Next time, 1 more point. But other than that, no question here.
Jim, I feel like I can speak for pretty much most of the admins community. We love having you here. So you're definitely going to get asked back. Who do you want to play next time you come back?
Somebody that I could beat, preferably.
Mike Hanley!
I think we can definitely move that. Pretty sure he would say Jim. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for coming. You can buy it, Jim. Bring your winner today. Mr. Luis Boost. Luis,
Yo. What
you
up?
and needless to say, going to round number one, you dominated, had a comfortable lead. You gave up one steal, which would tie it up, but you were able to take care of business round number three, like you should, and came out here with a win. How do you feel?
I mean, I'm happy that I won, of course. Jim didn't play bad. I think he played very well, like maybe apart from round one, like whatever. I think you can always find something to nitpick in your game. And yeah, I probably maybe wouldn't have picked those categories, or maybe would have picked other categories first, but what else? It's over. I won, and yeah, that's all about that counts for me right now.
Well, I'll be honest. I only work here. Not 100% sure if you're playing again this season. Probably not. But when we do bring you back, think about your itching. Just really want to just get this.
Last time I was in one of those, and someone asked me who I wanted to play. Abel was my manager, and he was just basically yelling, "Say me!" So maybe I want to play Abel. Why not? It should be fun.
Well, if you're the opponent, there's a good chance you will speak English the whole time. I will appreciate that. But thank you, Luis. See you again next time. Dylan, it's a spicy match.
Yes.
I think much better than I think most people were expecting. But just put a bow on this for us.
Yeah, really, really good match. Great back and forth. Obviously, great. Luis played fantastic, and Jim, he got off to a rocky start in round one, but played phenomenal till the end. Like, he picked up 10 points total in round two, including steals. Like, that's really good. Both hit 2 out of the 4 in round three, which we've seen a lot of people struggle to even hit that much in round three this year. So overall, I think these are some very solid performances from both competitors, and I'm excited to see what they do next season.
Very much so. With that, this will finish up our episode in Melee Singles here today. Thank you, Luis, for showing up, as well as opponent, Mr. Jim Green, as well as his manager, Nazario Montenegro, Mr. VHS. And thank you, Dylan. Me, whatever. But thank you for everybody else here. Multiplex giving us straight on tracks, bringing you these good matches, great content. But until then, please God, be well.
Goodbye. Later.
After you, Junior.
You'll always have Paris.
Bye-bye, boys.
Have fun storming the castle.
Think it'll work?
You've been taken very close.
Bye.